Right, Shalom. First and foremost, I give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Bakaradash. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh. And his only begotten Son, Bahashem, and name Hamashah Kabashah. Those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the last one God's whole tongue. And I say Barakathan to the elders and apostles, Wa'akim, Wa'akwaf, and I say Shalom. And this is a outside lesson of the earthquakes in diverse places. As of September the 30th, 2025, on this Monday morning. So I'm going to bring out some latest of the earthquakes in diverse places. Yeah, this was reported on CNN, which I spoke about previously already. It says this is from CNN.com, published by Brad Miller and Eva Brenya from the it says from CNN.com, published updated 3 minutes ago. It says a strong 6.9 magnitude quake struck central Philippines. Right, and that's in the same region. I would say not too long ago, about 4 or 5 days ago, they got hit with a large typhoon over there in that area. Now, a couple of days later, they got hit with in central Philippines, they got hit with a 6.9 earthquake. So we starting to see earthquakes in diverse places are increasing. Just like it says, what's that second Ezra 9th chapter, that we're going to see the Heavenly Father visit this earth now so more than ever, especially with these earthquakes, storms, and tempests and flaming by fire, wildfires, tornadoes, earthquakes, landslides, floodings, famines, pests, and plagues, and mostly category of the earthquakes as well too. So as I mentioned again, it says a strong 6.9 magnitude earthquake strikes central Philippines. Yep, central Philippines. And then you've been having the aftershocks of those earthquakes. I would say both of them was like a 5.0, and then you had another one was a 5.1 after that large 6.9 earthquake hit over there in central Philippines. And then they got hit with a typhoon over there as well too. Now I'm going to get to the earthquakes website. And this is from the earthquake.usgs.gov. And then you had a 2.5 earthquake in Texas, Horn, Texas. And then you had 3 5.2 earthquakes over there in the Philippines that were most likely was aftershocks of that 6.9 earthquake over there. And then you had a 4.8 earthquake in the Russian Peninsula, 2.8 earthquake in Alaska, another 3.3 earthquake in Glacier Butte, Alaska, 4.6 earthquake over there in Indonesia, and then you had a 4.5 earthquake over there in the North Mariana Islands, and a 4.2 earthquake over there in Isabel, Puerto Rico. Then you had a 2.5 earthquake over there in Spencer, Idaho. Then you had a 4.8 earthquake over there in Russian Peninsula. So, yep, those was the latest earthquakes. So, we bring out that book of Luke 21 and verse 11. So, we're going to be seeing Yahweh Shemai Shai visit this earth with these earthquakes, and that's what we've been seeing. This is, matter of fact, bring out that Matthews. And this is the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Right, that's the key word, earthquakes. So we're going to be seeing earthquakes in diverse places. So we're going to be seeing earthquakes in various places, earthquakes in diverse places. Just like that 6.9 earthquake hit over there in central Philippines. Just like they got a couple of days ago, they had hit with that heavy typhoon. So we're going to be seeing these high magnitude of earthquakes in various places and earthquakes in diverse places at an alarming rate, and that's what we're seeing. And this is the book of the Gospel of Luke 21 and verse 11. And this is the Gospel of Luke 21 and verse 11. It reads, Yahweh Shai speaking in red letter. It says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places. Right, so you're going to have great earthquakes in diverse places. So we're going to be seeing these high magnitude of these great earthquakes in various places and earthquakes in diverse places. And that's what we're seeing at along the rate. This is Luke 21 and verse 11. It says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, and fruitful sights and great signs shall be from heaven. Right, we're going to be seeing these fruitful sights and great signs shall be from heaven. We're going to be seeing these pestilence, famines, and great earthquakes in diverse places. That's the key word, great earthquakes in diverse places. And we're going to be seeing that alarming on an alarming rate on an everyday basis. That's what we're seeing. It's the book of 2nd Esdras. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9. It's the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, and verse 1. It reads, I'm going to start at verse 2. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at verse 1. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 9, and verse 1. It says, he answered me then and said, measure out the time diligently in itself, without seeds or parts of the science past, which I had told you before, right? Without seeds or parts of the science past, which I had told you before. So in ancient times, you had earthquakes was taking place during those times. Now we're seeing earthquakes in these times. That's why Yahweh mentioned it said without seeds or parts of the science past, which I had told you before. Just like you had earthquakes in ancient times, now we're seeing in these modern day times. 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 2. It says, then thou shalt understand it is a very same time where in the highest, which is Yahweh, will begin to visit the world which you made. Right, so we're going to see the Heavenly Father visit this earth now, so whatever which you made, and especially with these earthquakes, and that's what we're seeing, 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 3, it says, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes, uproar sweep the world. Right, so increasing earthquakes and the uproar sweep the world, and that's what we're going to see on a daily basis. It's the book of Psalms, chapter 18. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 7. It says, then the earth shook and trembled, and the foundation also the hills will shake the rock. Right, from the sign from Yahweh Shemashah, visiting this earth with these earthquakes, and that's what we're seeing. As we look at the definition of Raph, which is W-R-O-T-H, because that's Raph, angry, because the Heavenly Father is angry with the wicked every day. So we're seeing the Heavenly Father is justly bringing earthquakes on this earth. So we're seeing earthquakes in various places, earthquakes in diverse places, and that's what we're seeing. Yep, Psalms 18 verse 7, it says, then the earth shook and trembled, and the foundation also the hills was moved, shaking because it's rough. Right, so we're going to see the Heavenly Father visit this earth with the earthquakes, and that's what we're seeing in various places, in diverse places. That's only going to continue to increase, and that's what we're seeing. And this is the prophet Isaiah. Yep, this is the prophet Isaiah chapter 28. Yep, Isaiah chapter 29 and verse 6. It says, thou shalt be visited of Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise and stones and tempest and the flame of fire. Right, so that's the main key word right there, earthquakes. So we're gonna be seeing these high magnitude of earthquakes from Yahweh of hosts, of him visiting this earth with these earthquakes. And that's what we're seeing on a daily basis. So with that, this was just a outside lesson that I wanted to bring out of the latest of the earthquakes in diverse places as of September the 30th, 2025 on this Tuesday morning. So with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Karkadash. And the Heavenly Father, the true name is Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Bahashem, and the name of Mashiach Kabashai. Those are the true names in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew, the last Markadash tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders and apostles, Akim Akwaf. Until next time, I will say Kwame Asherallah and the Ball, Shalom.